So 6 months on testosterone. I will try to go in a chronologic order of the changes. First thing I've noticed from the start, more hair on my body, not excessively, which is great, not everywhere, which is also great. Some areas there's been a noticeable increase, which is the major increase under my chin here, so much so that I have to shave it every day, and I still, after a few hours of shaving, I can feel like sandpaper coming up. So that's the major bit where the hair has really increased under my chin. Then in other areas on my body, like I'm getting more hair on the upper arm. Before it was just mostly just the forearm, now it's more the upper arm as well. It's a different hair, it's not as thick, but still more noticeable and darker. More hair on my thighs. Before it was mostly just my lower legs, from the knee down, but now I'm starting to get hair also from the knee up, thicker and more. Which for me, I'm shaving all the time anyway, because it's not what I want. I don't want body hair, but it's just so that you're aware. So this chair is creaking, and for everyone is different, but this is the changes for my body, how my body is reacting to testosterone. The hair on my head hasn't receded. I'm really pleased about that. It doesn't look like it's decreasing, so that's great. It's a common problem for people on testosterone to start noticing male pattern baldness and general hair loss on the head. This hasn't happened for me yet, not that I can notice anyway. I mean, I've shaven here, so that's different. But yeah, hopefully it'll stay this way. I'm not taking the full dose of testosterone, which obviously this also makes a difference. I'm only taking 2 pumps of testo gel per day. So this is not quite microdosing. It's higher than microdosing, but it's not a full dose either. Acne on my face, definitely increase of acne since I've been on testosterone, and lately it's been increasing even more, but likely it hasn't happened in the middle of my face, so it's happening more on the sides, really, like here and on my neck, which I'm really thankful for. And also not as much on my back, but more like this area here. Anyway, it's kind of covered, so far I'm okay with it. So yeah, the acne is because the skin on the face gets a bit more oilier, and that's a bit of a problem, but like I said, life hasn't gone to bed. Clitoral growth, or otherwise called bottom growth. Basically, when you take testosterone, your clitoris will grow, it will get bigger. It's noticeable already in the first few months. That's when you notice the bigger changes. Then as time goes on, it will keep growing for I think the first year or two, not 100% sure, and it's different for everyone anyway. But yeah, the first few months, that's when you will notice the biggest growth in that respect. And that's what I have noticed as well. Sex drive definitely increase. Yeah, you will notice, and that again, it varies from person to person, but as a guideline, you will notice that you have a bigger libido and a greater sex drive. Voice definitely for me has been kind of a slow process to start hearing the lowering of my voice. Also because initially I was just on 1 pump, so I was microdosing for the first 2 months, and then that I started jumping up of an extra pump, so 2 pumps a day. And now that I'm 6 months, I've noticed for the last 2 months, so on 4th month and 5th month, that's when I noticed the most changes. And now getting onto 6th month as well, I can hear that my voice is like let's say it's more stable on a lower tone. It will still fluctuate, and sometimes if my vocal cords are relaxed, if I'm not talking in a relaxed way, it will still go a bit higher. But as a general rule, my voice is now definitely lower, on a lower level and lower tone than it was before, which is great, because that was what was one of the main thing I wanted, and it's happening. If it gets a bit lower as well, I'll be happy. The last change that I've noticed is the fat redistribution. I thought it wasn't happening, but actually I've started to notice that I'm getting kind of handles around my stomach. So definitely some fat that was on my lower body has now moved up around my stomach. Not as much on the front, but more like on the sides. And I guess probably some on my shoulders as well, because I've noticed a bit of like bulking of my shoulders, a bit of broadening. And obviously testosterone doesn't really change your bone structure, so the only explanation for looking like you have a broader kind of upper body and shoulders is because the body fat has moved. So yeah, that's it so far. 6 months.